about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. McDonald sets to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing is McDonald. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the 1st down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the 1st down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
2nd and 6. Here's McDonald to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. McDonald buying time to his left. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, this is Akers. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run here with Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Akers. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run here with Akers. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald, he's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Just like that.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. McDonald got a man. It's Higbee complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. McDonald. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11 now. Back to throw. McDonald. Forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McDonald. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st down, it's Warner. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McDonald. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. McDonald. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. He'll dump this off to Akers. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, McDonald. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nate Gehring. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it a second down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McDonald. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Next score, Rams 19, Jets nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Let's go, D.
On first down, Wilson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a big play that time by the Jets. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. McDonald sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, L.A. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's McDonald to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
McDonald. That's out to the flat for Akers. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing is McDonald. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Right back to Davis. It's complete. Touchdown! Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards to just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up coming.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2nd and 16. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. McDonald. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jets 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. McDonald. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st down, McDonald. It's brought in by Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing on 1st down, McDonald. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, McDonald to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. McDonald. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson uncorks one for Davis. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One last shot for Wilson. Able to find Mims. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.